If you need more storage space on your PlayStation 5 for those large games and updates, I will show you what you need to get started, how to upgrade your PS5 storage, and give you a short demo to show you how it performs. It's MAIDeSITE. To start, of course, you need a PS5. Any model will do, but for this video, I will use the base PS5 Disk Edition. Furthermore, you need an M.2 SSD with a cooling structure like a heatsink and thermal pad. On PlayStation.com/support, you can find which SSDs are supported. But for this video, I will be using this 2TB NVMe M.2 SSD from Phixero. It features the latest M.2 PCIe Gen 4x4 and NVMe 1.4 protocol that delivers up to 7000 MB per second of read and 6600 MB per second write speeds, and even includes an aluminium cooling vest and base and silicone thermal pad for an efficient heat dissipation. And it's very reliable with its NAND technology. It comes in different sizes starting at 512 GB and up, with a 5-year service and tech support. And if you need one, I will leave a link in the video description. By the way, thanks Phixero for sending this product for this instruction video. So what tools do you need? Make sure to use a stable surface like a table with good lighting, a #1 Phillips screwdriver so you don't damage the screws, and optionally a soft cloth and a flashlight. To properly prepare the installation, make sure to install the latest PS5 update. Just go to Settings, then go to System, select System Software, and then select System Software Update and Settings. Once you've updated your PlayStation 5 to the latest software update, make sure to first touch a metal object to remove any static electricity from your body before starting these instructions. Then place your PS5 on a flat surface or table with the PlayStation logo facing down and the power button facing away from you. Then use your right hand to grip the edge of the bottom right corner of the cover and your left hand to grip the edge of the upper left corner of the cover. Then gently lift up the cover with your right hand, then slide off the cover with your left thumb while using your fingers to stabilize the PS5. This could be a good opportunity to clean your PS5's internals with the cleaning cloth. Once you've removed the cover, you will see the expansion slot. Here you need to use the #1 Phillips screwdriver so you don't damage the screw. Go ahead and unscrew and lift up the cover, and then place the screw somewhere safe so you don't drop it inside your PlayStation 5. Moving on, you will see a green area with expansion screw holes. Here you can remove the screw and spacer from its current hole. Once done, set the spacer aside in the screw hole. Then hold the edge of your M.2 SSD and firmly insert the M.2 SSD. Once you've inserted the SSD, put it down and fasten it with the screw you've just removed. Then reattach the extension slot cover and use the screw to fasten it. Then close up your PS5 by reattaching the cover. Just position it slightly away from the top edge and slide it back into place. You will hear a click to confirm it's safely secured. Then go ahead and connect your PS5 to your power outlet and TV or monitor. Then boot up your PlayStation 5 and you will see a formatting guide. Just follow the on-screen instructions and format your new M.2 SSD drive. This won't take long, and once you finish the format, you also get to see the read speed benchmark, which is a read speed of 5437 MB per second, which is a great result. You can also change the location where you want to install your games. You can change this when you go to Settings, then to Storage, and then to Installation Location, where you can choose this setting for your PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. And just to show you guys, the Phixero SSD has been installed successfully, and you get that full 2TB of storage space, so you can finally install all your favorite games. Well, let's do some testing and start with a transfer test to see how long it takes to move Red Dead Redemption 2 from the internal SSD to the expansion SSD. I will forward the video a bit so I won't bore you, but as you can see, it took a little bit over 30 seconds for a game of 110 GB, which is absolutely incredible. I also tried to move Red Dead Redemption 2 back from the expansion SSD to the internal SSD, and with about 7 to 8 minutes on the clock, it took a bit longer than the other way around, which was expected, so it's still a decent result. And here is how fast Red Dead Redemption 2 loads from boot up into the game. game on the internal drive, which takes about 1 minute and about 19 seconds. And when I've tried the same test but this time on the expansion SSD, it took about 1 minute and 12 seconds, which is practically the same experience with no extra load time. And even better, it was a couple of seconds faster. Here's a short clip of the performance of Red Dead Redemption 2 on the internal SSD, which you might already be familiar with, so let's move on to the performance of Red Dead Redemption 2 on the expansion SSD. And as you can see, it runs very good with no stuttering at all, and I didn't experience any crashing during my testing. I also want to show you the same for Returnal, which normally boots right into the game, and as you can see on the expansion SSD, it boots pretty much as fast on the internal SSD. And the gameplay experience was also quite excellent. No stuttering or crashes at all. And the same goes for Ratchet & Clank, which boots very quickly on the Phixero SSD and runs smooth like butter with no issues at all. So if you want to get the Phixero M.2 Ssd, check out the link in the description. And hopefully this video was helpful to you and I earned a like and subscribe to this channel. If so, that would be incredibly helpful. And click right here to watch more of my content right now. See you there!